The Russian Revolution by Pally Cohen. Alexander III and his autocratic methods. Alexander III was a supporter of the principles of autocracy, which is the act of one who has absolute power. Right after taking control of Russia, Alexander III started censoring all documents and written materials before they were published. He also watched and controlled everything that was being taught at secondary schools and universities. He sent prisoners to Siberia and declared Russian as Russia's new official language. Alexander III then started ordering all Jews to be persecuted. He had their homes, stores, and synagogues completely destroyed. Nicholas II and his economic changes. Nicholas II became the Tsar of Russia in 1894. He believed that the Tsar should have total control over the country and tried to make major changes right after gaining control of Russia. This strategy did not work out so well for Nicholas II. The first thing he did was try to complete the Trans-Siberian Railroad and to create other railroads. With this quick industrialization, farmers were forced to leave their farms to go work in these factories. Also, many foreigners were brought into Russia to run these factories. All of these changes angered the Russian population, and they turned all their anger towards the Tsar. Socialistic ideas started spreading, and people started becoming very interested. Bloody Sunday. Bloody Sunday took place on January 22nd in 1905. 200,000 workers, along with their families, marched to the Tsar's Winter Palace in St. Petersburg. They took a petition along with them and demanded improved working environments, personal independence, and an elected national legislator. The Tsar did not listen to the complaints, and he did not want to look weak. He made the soldiers shoot at the workers and their families. Over 1,000 people were wounded and hundreds were killed. Bloody Sunday encouraged riots and violence to spread throughout Russia. Nicholas II started listening to the complaints, but not for long. He finally approved the Duma, Russia's first parliament, but then eliminated it 10 weeks later. The March Revolution. The March Revolution took place in March of 1917. The March Revolution started after women textile workers led a strike at Petrograd. They rioted for 5 days about the shortage of bread and fuel. 200,000 workers shouted throughout the streets about putting an end to the war. Nicholas II ordered soldiers to shoot at the workers. At first, the soldiers did what they were ordered to do, but then they joined the workers in revolting. Riots started taking place all across Russia. Tsar Nicholas II soon stepped down and the Duma set up the provisional government to take over. The Russian population still was not content, and eventually Lenin would return from exile. The Bolshevik Revolution. Lenin started gaining followers after promising peace, land, and bread. In November of 1917, factory workers marched and met at the Winter Palace in Petrograd, calling themselves the Red Army. They took over government offices and arrested provisional government leaders. Lenin and the Bolsheviks took total control of Russia. Lenin started implementing socialism in Russia by distributing farmland among the peasants. He also gave control of Russian factories to the regular everyday workers. Eventually, opponents of the Red Army would form the White Army and civil war would break out in Russia.